Pues como os anunciaba, tenemos ahora la intervención de nuestros compañeros de la Agencia Nacional Francesa y bueno, estamos teniendo multiformato, que yo creo que espero que esté resultando también más agradable. Muchas veces por situaciones sobrevenidas, en este caso los compañeros de la Agencia Nacional de Francia están en Burdeos y venir hasta, como son sostenibles, venir desde Burdeos hasta Santiago de Compostela se hacía tremendamente tedioso y, como en cualquier caso, querían estar y darnos esta visión de una herramienta que creo que es súper importante que conozcamos. Han tenido también la deferencia y el cariño de enviarnos un vídeo solo hecho para nosotros y pensado para vosotros y para nosotros, para que conozcamos cuál es el cometido que están abordando desde este centro de recursos Salto, de la agencia francesa en Burdeos, sobre el aspecto verde sostenible de Erasmus. Pues cuando queráis, compañeros, el vídeo de los compañeros de Francia.
Schedule over the last week, so I'm sorry now. Hello everybody, hello the vet experts. I'm very sorry not to be here among you in Santiago de Compostela, but we had a very dense schedule over the last week, so I'm sorry not to be here, but I know that you will have a wonderful program organized in España. So I'm Felix from the Salto Green, and I will present you once again our framework, but also I will focus that time on best practices in vet. So just to have a short framework, because last time we talked about the European and international framework with the Green Deal, but that time I will talk about the Salto network. So, as you may know, the Salto network is made by 11 research centers, and we are in the middle, working both on youth and education and training. So, on youth, it's the European Solidarity Corps program, the youth part of the Erasmus Plus program, and on education and training, it's Erasmus Plus program. So we are along with participation and information in Estonia, digital transformation in Finland. We are the free Salto working on both sides of the program. And the inclusion and diversity is one of the last Salto, also working on education and training. So the 11 research centers are working in the same way to develop and improve the quality of the implementation of the priorities of Erasmus Plus, because all of these saltos were once working for a priority made by the European Commission. So, for example, the Euromed and the inclusion and diversity are existing since 2000. So it's been a while, and they are working just on the youth part. But now on inclusion, for example, there is the one on education and training who is working on the education and training part. So all of these research centers are accessible online with a website, so you can check it. As the Salto Green, we are a team of 4 with Delphine, the head of unit, and Louise in charge of resources and workshop and trainings, training tools also. Solène, who is administrative assistant, event and communication, organizing the events, everything. And I'm in charge of survey data, collecting and trying to make also some collection of best practices, such as the compendium that we published in 2023. So it's been 1 year and 6 months that we are existing. So our stake as a Salto, all the Salto are supporting and strengthening the capacity of Erasmus Plus and European Solidarity Corps national agency and their ecosystem, such as beneficiaries, evaluators, multipliers, and also experts. So for us, it's focused on green transition and environmental sustainability, with raising awareness, create and develop a community of practice, develop impact measurement and forward-looking initiative with the European Commission, because we act as a knowledge hub between the European Commission on one side and the national agencies on the other side. Um, just for you to know, there are actually 54 national agencies in 33 countries that are implementing the Erasmus Plus program. So we are working with a network of 54 green contact points in each national agencies. So for 2024, what we are doing, we are working on a European project compilation. You may know that we have done one in 2023, but it was on the previous program because we had only the result of the previous program. Now we will work on the new one, so on 2021 to 2027, and we will work also on the launch of a website because we have, for the moment, an internal website that's intended to our green contact points and some of the national agency staff. We will continue to go with our representation throughout Europe, for example, here in Spain, but we have also some BIP in France. We have some invitations through the Salto network in Finland. We have some LTAs and TCAs, for example, in Germany or in Slovakia. So we are working throughout Europe. We will launch one pagers on topics. So it will be some pages that will help you to understand some topic of the green transition, such as the green procurement, the energy and building management, the digital practices, green transport, and everything. So we will work on it during the summer to publish the first one in September. We will work also, Anuis, he's currently working on a webinar cycle. It's some trainings and workshops held online. And we are working also on the organization of 2 GCP, so Green Contact Points meeting, that are very, very important to get to know the realities of each country implementing the green transition. So I will talk about a little bit about the best practices. So we have before, during, and after the project. What's important is to select partners that could provide best practices for green projects, sustainable management of events that will be run during the project also. Select a carbon footprint calculator is important because it will show you the difference before and after the project of your carbon footprint emission, and building curricula, learning agreement with green raising of awareness, with some workshops, with some trainings that will help the learners to get to know more about the green transition. And also, one of the best practices is to work on sustainable means of transport for the mobilities whenever it's possible, because I know it's not easy to do so sometimes. So also during the project, we have the on-site best practices that can be implemented in the organization, in the companies, in the campus, in many different places, such as recycling, reducing, reusing, and also the nudges. I will talk about it. It's the way, how do you intensivize sustainable behaviors on different places, but it can be in a company, it can be in a structure, in an organism. I will talk about it later, and I will give you a very interesting research on that. And after the project, what's important for us as a Salto, but also for the other project, is to have transferable outputs, toolkits on specific thematics, innovative approach, such as innovative projects. For example, we had the projects working on sustainable development goals. You had first, as a learner, to answer a small survey, and it will show you what's the sustainable development goals that talk you the most and that you can act for. And just after that, they will show you they will give you some podcasts and resources on how to act for that sustainable development that goal that talk you the most. And that's very interesting approach. So when we have innovative approach, we will disseminate it, and we will capitalize on that to share it to other project leaders. And also, what's very important in the vet is when you develop skills, but not only the skills of the working skills, but when the participants have developed complementary skills such as the green skills, it's very appreciated. So here is a list of few vet best projects. ESG Up is to address training and knowledge gaps of small and medium enterprise in sustainability practices to become more competitive and resilient. So on the site, you will find some resources, some tools that will help you on that. On eGreen project is it's a project to assess the environmental impact of the vet stakeholders. So that's very nice. It's also providing some tools, some concrete resources that can be used. I will recommend you to go on their site. And what's like I talked about before, like in the last presentation about our stake is to develop some new skills and new professions linked with the green transition. So you may know that now the new professions linked with the green transition are also linked sometimes in agriculture, in agroecology. So one game has been made by Educagri. It's a card game that will make you understand some of the principal assets of environmental, social, food, agricultural challenges, but not only. It's also to understand how you can be competitive, cooperative, and strategic on that way, and also respecting the environment and biodiversity. So it's a very nice card game, and it's translated in a few languages. I think it's 6 different languages. So it's in English, French, Spanish, Portuguese. I can't remember the other, maybe German, but I'm sure you will. You can check it on their website. I will give you also the PowerPoint to check the resources. And there is the Nectar project, which is a very interesting project in agroecology and rurality to understand better the geographical feature of differences of the soil and everything. It gives tools to understand how the learners are learning to be more efficient also. So that's very nice project. So I will also talk about the framework documents. You may know I talked about it the last time, but there is the CDFOP Skills in Transition report, which is very, very important. It gives a lot of concrete inputs on the skills in transition, on green skills. So that's a very, very nice very, very nice report. You have also the Joint Research Center report on Green Comp, but it's a very nice document. It's a very nice guideline also on sustainability competencies with 4 different approach of the understanding of the competencies. So that's very nice. And we have the Think Twice project to help you throughout the management of projects. So in each level of the project, how do you address the green transition? for the events, for the trainings, for the digital practices. It gives you concrete example and very interesting tools also. So to finish, I will talk also about the consumer footprint made by the Joint Research Center also. It's a tool that helps you to understand your carbon footprint and to calculate it, so it's very nice. We have the Green Comp, as I said. We have the green nudges on the campus. So I know it's on higher education, but it can be used everywhere, literally. It's a way to incentivize people to act for sustainable behaviors and to have sustainable behavior in a place. So it can be used everywhere. It's easy to implement on small level, but you can go also further. But for example, it's the way, how do you incentivize people to reduce the waste of water? How do you help people to understand better how to recycle? So it can be used in the companies, it can be used in the structures, in the organisms, and that's a very, very nice resource that you should check. Then there is some other resources, such as the Sustainable Project. This project is made to understand better how to teach education for sustainable development through sustainable development goals. So it's a very nice project. We have the Salto Resources Center. So it's on the Salto Youth, but you can find the participation website also. It's very nice to implement also the other priorities that are very important also. We have the Salto digital website also. So it's on the digital priority. That's very interesting. And they have some, the same as us, they have some resources, some tools. So they work on it a lot, and they are working also on training, on toolkits. So that's very interesting. And you can get our you can go through our Salto Green YouTube channel. We are uploading each workshop session and trainings, so you can go there and check what has been done until then. So thanks a lot for your attention, and see you soon.
Agradecemos, la verdad, muchísimo el que nos hayan enviado estos vídeos, los ponentes que no hayan podido venir. Muchas veces es muy difícil poder profundizar más en toda la información, pero lo que me parece que es tremendamente interesante es saber que existe y qué os puede dar. O sea, el que existe ya lo sabéis, nosotros lo supimos en el momento en 2023 cuando se constituyó, pero creo que está muy relacionado además con lo que ha explicado Laura Ferri para el módulo de sostenibilidad, con todos los recursos que ha dicho. Quiero decir que todos esos recursos pueden alimentar tanto el módulo obligatorio como el módulo optativo en el caso de que se plantee, o que personalmente se quiera profundizar más en el tema o saber qué otras cosas hay, ¿no? Como bueno, el juego que ha contado. Bueno, yo creo que son herramientas que pueden venir muy bien dependiendo del tipo de organización que tengáis, pero saber que existe nos parecía en realidad a todo el National Vet Team que era fundamental, ¿no? En el momento que también podamos también contarlo a otros o que quienes nos están siguiendo lo puedan ver, pues son materiales que hay un esfuerzo de una agencia nacional en recopilar todo esto para ponerlo al servicio de todos, y es verdaderamente muy útil.